Oh wait, we're actually going. My bad.
Yeah.
I didn't hear the ding. I didn't hear the ding.
Nailed it already.
Nailed it, 100%. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Not Taco Tuesdays. This is our E3 podcast. We're talking specifically about the Microsoft conference. You may have watched our Taco Tuesday where we also talked about the Xbox conference, but
The real conference.
the real conference. If you didn't watch that, you should. We made up ridiculous facts about Microsoft's conference 4 days in advance and posted it the day after E3. So
Yeah.
yeah.
It's kind of what we have to run into when we record everything so far in advance that, we really just lucked out having something air the day after the biggest presentation in video games of the year.
Yeah, it just kind of worked out that way. So we just ran with it 100%.
Yeah.
Just
hustle.
Hustle and flow.
It's hard out here for a pimp.
But yeah, if you haven't watched it, just probably don't. Just save yourself the trouble, and we'll go over.
There's some great ideas, though. Some really great ideas. And if we see them show up in the future, we know where they got it.
Yeah, you can thank us for 3 Worlds and Battle Roads.
Battle Roads is golden, damn it.
Dude, I know when you pitched that name, I was laughing so hard. Battle Roads, Battletoads Kart Racer. But yeah, so we're gonna go over just kind of a breakdown of mostly all the Xbox stuff, and then at the very end we'll talk about some of the Sony stuff as well.
Yep.
What we like, we're just gonna go through basically everything. The stuff we like, the stuff we didn't like, kind of give our thoughts. So let's get down to it. We're gonna go in order of the Xbox conference. Gonna kick it off with Halo 5 Guardians.
Not the last Guardian as we expected.
I know, that was a weird twist.
Bastards. So what did you think of the gameplay footage? We finally get to see the campaign in action.
I thought it looked good. I mean, it looks Halo. It looks very Halo.
Yep.
It'll be interesting to see how the squad mechanics worked out, because you noticed in the gameplay trailer they added like a Gears of War, like I'm downed kind of mechanic to it. Get me up, and then because it's squad based, if you're playing by yourself, you can basically send someone from your squad to pick them up, so you don't have to. So that's kind of cool.
It's good for people that either play by themselves or they may only play with one other person. So you still have 2 AI teammates that you can order around to pick up someone that's down or to focus fire a specific target. So it adds some strategy for the people that won't be playing through the campaign with 4 people.
Yeah, so I like that. That's really cool, and it's cool to see Halo trying to change it up. Because for a long time, it's kind of been the same formula. Halo 4 was the first one that added a lot of things that had like the core Halo fans on edge.
Yeah.
But I think this is going to be a cool direction. Halo needs something. And like the air dash that we have and the ground and pound, all these new abilities are going to make for a more interesting, I guess, experience, I would say.
Yeah, I agree with you that it definitely looked like Halo. It looked exactly what I felt a current gen Halo would look like, and that's really not a bad thing. It reminded me a lot of the Doom reveal that Bethesda did, how it's still very much Doom and gore and the same weapons, but they modernized it a bit with jumping and whatnot and melee kills. And Halo kind of did the same thing. They're just modernizing the franchise to keep it fresh, and I'm okay with that. Everything that they're adding looks great. The squad mechanics, the air dash looks rad. Like you said, the ground and pound. So we'll see how it turns out later this October.
Yeah, I'm glad to see it launching in October too, because it seems like so much is coming out in November now with Fallout 4 and Tomb Raider.
The same day.
The same day. That's going to be an expensive day. That's for sure.
I bet Microsoft is super pissed off because Bethesda didn't announce Fallout's release date until their late showing. So Microsoft has had this release date in mind for Tomb Raider for so long. And then Bethesda wants to release Fallout 4, probably the biggest release this year, the exact same day. So I wouldn't be surprised if between now and then that they bump it up a week and release it a week early. It should be easy for that to fit in. And if they do that, I think for Xbox people, it'll be that ideal game that they can pick up and play for that week, because you can finish Tomb Raider in a day or two. And just that'll be the ideal time waster between Tomb Raider and Fallout. If it comes out the same day as Fallout or even the week later, I guarantee that's going to hurt sales. Drastically.
Sales. I mean, it's hard.
Drastically.
No matter how big the game is, it's hard to compete with Fallout.
Yeah.
Like people have been waiting so long
this year.
for Fallout 4. So long. So yeah, the same day release date is going to affect Tomb Raider a little bit. And that kind of sucks because Tomb Raider looks really good too.
It really does. That gameplay was good, and we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a bit.
We'll get to that in a bit, yeah. I was really excited about the Warzone gameplay they showed as well.
Yeah.
Because that was drastically different from Halo. It's 24 players, but then they add in AI enemies. So
kind of like Titanfall.
Yeah, kind of like the Titanfall, where there's this whole war going on around you while you're fighting, doing the player versus player combat. And there were like mechs in it. You saw the gameplay with like the giant mechs fighting each other, and it looked really intense.
I was reading something last night because I noticed that there's a $90 edition that you can buy on the Xbox Live Store. And in the contents, it comes with something called Rec Packs, REQ packs. And I had no idea what that was. And then the Halo Waypoint website posted an explanation. And what it is, it's kind of like the Battlefield packs, I guess, in Battlefield 4, where you would get the briefcase and it would have like weapon parts or whatever. But it has skins and new races and vehicles and weapons and like other things that you can use. But the PvP portion of Halo 5 will be strictly just like how it's always been, perfectly balanced. You're not going to like prestige and whatever. But for Warzone, anything that you unlock in the rec packs, like skins and enemy types and vehicles and weapons and all that stuff, you bring it as like a toy box. And then anything you have, you can place in the Warzone map, which sounds really cool. That sounds really cool. Yeah, I saw you posting about those earlier, but I didn't read much into it, so that's really cool. I like that a lot. Yeah, and you'll earn those as you do things in multiplayer. I think you can earn them in the campaign as well. I'm not really sure, but I know you earn them in multiplayer, and that's exactly what they're used for. And Warzone seems like a really cool new thing to do with Halo. It's kind of like a player versus a typical MMO PvE raid kind of thing. I don't know. It's a nice, interesting hybrid, I think. Yeah, no, that's going to be really cool. Because that's, especially with stuff like Call of Duty, customization is really big for shooters, and that's one area where Halo's kind of always been lacking. It's stuff like Halo 3 and Halo 4. They added customization for your armor, but it wasn't very intricate. You compare that to something like Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, which has hundreds and hundreds of items. Yeah, and it's kind of hard to compete. So seeing something like that's going to be really cool, and it's going to get a lot of people who are kind of not as into Halo possibly into the experience a little bit more. Yeah, I think it'll be awesome. Plus, I'm pretty sure they said that they're going to add the Forge mode in as well, so you'll still be able to make your own content. So that's there. So it's Halo being Halo, but more Halo. So much Halo is happening. Lots of Halo. It is. You can definitely tell this is a Halo that was made specifically for a current gen console. Yeah, and it's been being worked on for a while. So that's exciting. It's exciting to see all these new games coming out that are definitely designed specifically for the new hardware and not something that was kind of ported, being halfway finished and then ported to the new console just to get it out. Yeah. And definitely not something they were working on prior on an older generation of console and then just kind of bumped it in to the Xbox One. So, and it's going to be big. I believe they said that the multiplayer maps are 4 times the size of any of the other previous multiplayer maps, and I don't know. So. Yeah, they were mentioning that. So it'll be huge. It'll be huge. And the campaign is going to be like 2 different experiences, kind of. Yeah. 2 different squads. One squad with Master Chief and one with Spartan Locke. Spartan Locke, yeah. Yeah, so. I think it'll be awesome. I mean, as someone who plays primarily Xbox, generally you're going to be into Halo and Gears and Fable and Forza and stuff like that. So it's a day one purchase for a lot of people, but anyone that was kind of on the fence and wanted to see where they were taking Halo after Halo 4, hopefully they see it as a good thing and they don't fear change, because all the changes look, very modern to me. It's interesting. Yeah, I'm excited for the changes. I love Halo. I've always loved Halo, but I was one of the people who started getting burnt out around Halo 3 with the same gameplay mechanics for like a decade. So, yeah, it definitely needs some changes. Yeah, it definitely does. But we don't have much longer to wait. About 4 months, and we'll see how it turned out. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked. I think 343, especially after the fiasco with the Master Chief Collection, they're looking to
redeem themselves and pump out something totally solid and totally ready to go.
Yeah. This is where we would normally put that the maximum hype thing going like whoosh, 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 whoosh. Oh my god. Oh, Ryan, you brilliant monster.
He found the worst possible audio clip, but the best.
And ran with it. Good times. So what's next?
What's next?